Boy, oh boy, tough loss. Just gonna wait a second or two. But tough loss. Just gonna go into the game. We started first half really strong. Really had a couple good chances. Came out really aggressive, high press, kept winning the ball back. Really needed to capitalize on a couple chances that popped up. Lod hit the post. We just really couldn't find the finishing touches in the first half, and then the second half was definitely something to forget. We didn't come out like we did in the first half. We didn't came out like we wanted to. We came out so strong in the first half, and then just whatever Adrian said in halftime just did not get the guys going, and they played really bad. Not as a whole. I mean, we give up the first goal and they're still in it. Up until the 70th, when Coleman, who had been doing all right for the night against Rui Diaz, just decided to stop defending for a little bit, and they scored 2 goals from Rui Diaz in 3 minutes, and it was that Coleman Gasper side, and it was unfortunate that the Bossy was out, but I just don't know why we didn't go out and try to find someone with more upside than Coleman. I know he's an adequate backup, but he just looked really poor in the last 30 minutes. Needed to get subbed out. He didn't even last the last 30 minutes. He got subbed out, but he played poorly. I think without St. Clair keeping us in the game with the penalty save in the first half, it could have been a huge, even though it was 4-0, but in the first half we could have let in a goal, and we wouldn't even have been thinking the first half was so great. We were lucky to go in 0-0. But I mean, they are one of the best teams in MLS for a reason, and I mean, we want to be there, but we can't lose 4-0 on the road to Seattle. I know it's just the first game, but 4-0 is really not going to do it by any means. So yeah, that was just poor. Really, really poor. I'll get into the player ratings because it's just so bad talking about this game. If you just think of all the mistakes in the second half and what was really there from a good first half performance, and we just lacked a lot of energy in the second half, almost like we burned out with the high press, and we didn't have enough energy to keep it going the whole game for whatever reason. But there were a couple bright spots. I thought the new signing, Roman Abalaya, I'm going to mess up his name, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But he looked really good at striker, which for coming on for a little cameo, he looked like he has a cannon, and we can maybe work with him. And him and Reynoso seem to be on the same page. They really do. So that looked good. McMaster's looked lively. First shot, gets a shot on net, and hopefully he has a good rookie season. It would be nice to see him look and play good. Reynoso was everywhere in the first half. I think that was a bright spot. Reynoso is going to be very deadly this year. But we just got to find a way to score goals, and we gotta chip in goals from everywhere. And Gasper really needs to sure up his final ball. He needs to start putting some better balls in. He gets really free and open, but teams are going to just start letting him be open because they know he's not going to put a ball in maybe as good as some of our other players. So he needs to step up some of his performances in certain aspects of his game. Otherwise, teams are going to pick on him a little bit, I think. Will Trapp didn't have his best game, I think, in his first game, giving up a penalty which was unlucky, but you can't have your hands up in the air like that in the box. You're going to get with VAR nowadays, you're going to get a penalty like that every time. So I'll start with St. Clair. I'll give St. Clair a 7.5 out of 10. Or actually an 8 out of 10 for the penalty save, and he played quite well. Couple being maybe a bit generous. A couple of the goals at the end he could have maybe done a little bit better on, but our whole defense really didn't help him out. Roman Montier, I'm going to give him a 7. Thought he just played all right, really. Could have actually been a little bit more lively. Boxall played all right, a 6. Not that great. Coleman, a 4. Not very good in my opinion. Gasper, a 5. Not his best game. Picks up a yellow. Trapp and Greg Goose, I thought there were a lot of bright spots from them, and then also not so bright spots. I'll give them both 6s. Finley played quite well, I thought, for when he was on. I'll give Finley a 7. Dotson playing at left mid. I will give him a 7. And Reynoso a 8.5. Robin Lud 6.5. And that'll be my player ratings and match review for this game. Unfortunately, extremely poor game, but we go again. And yeah, I'll do some subs. I forgot almost. I just want to get this game behind us because it was so poor. But Ozzy Alonso and Yaka, I'll give them both 6.5. Roman Ablaya a 7. Justin McMasters a 7, and that'll do it. Hopefully we can get a better result next week, or because we're gonna start needing to get points, and we can't be losing 4-0. That's for sure. Anyways, as always, come on, you loons, and thanks for stopping by.